Welcome to round 14 of the USF 2000 AI League here at Kentucky. This race is brought to you by Dirtface Studios on Twitch. You can go find the Twitch channel in the description of this video. Also, if you'd like to join this league, the link to it will be in the description for the Discord server. Now, let's show you your championship standings. As you can see, Karl Marx still has the championship lead with 484 points. About 23 points behind is Bob McFarland in the 41. Then you got Jack Daniels, Tom O'Laughlin, Brendan Hubbard. Brendan Hubbard won last race. So there's your championship. Now let's hide that. Let's see how your practice is going. So it seems like the 0-2 of Snoop Dogg is currently in the lead for this race here at Kentucky. Snoop Dogg, most recent win came from Imola, round 4 of this championship. Currently 7th in the standings, as Brendan Hubbard goes P1. Everyone so far just above 30 seconds for their lap times. There's a 10-minute practice. You can see we have a lot of time here. Then Ethan Mart's last win was Daytona Road Course all the way back in Season 2. And that was just past the halfway point. That was race 11 out of 20 in that season. He's having a very rough season, as Brendan Hubbard is barely in P1, about 100th over Alfredo Saucy in the 77. We do have Monsieur Bone and Baguette Boy to not have set a lap, as Monsieur Bone sets a lap speed right now. There's Baguette Boy. Season 2 champion, just not under that name. His name was Monocle, no last name. Now his last name is Boy, as he goes P1 with a 35.73. Yeah, Ethan Martz as of now in P8. Ovals can really shake everything up because anyone can win. A caution could come out at any second and completely change the race. So everyone, they're trying to draft and see what kind of speeds they have for the race. There's a lot of movement as Karl Marx, our championship leader, goes P1 with 35.68. So everyone's been out on track and have set at least a lap. Seems like the car that has done the most laps would be Brennan Hubbard. Is that correct? That is correct. He's done about 7 laps. "17 drivers. There's Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg was leading, now bumped down into the 6th position. Our last oval was a crazy one, and I wish we had the timing and scoring for that one, because the lead changed like every couple laps. And Dylan Pettigrew, who is leading this group, currently P10, won that race. It was one of the closest oval finishes we've had in the league. We have a couple guys in pit lane right now, but most are out on track. there is your track map. You can see where each car is at each time. So you can see who's coming across the line. Yeah, Tom O'Laughlin in this group. That is also Big Bob in the other orange car. Alfredo Saucy and Brennan Hubbard exiting turn 2. And now onto the backstretch. Ovals in this series is all about drafting. As you can see, they both have kind of a drafting buddy, as Tom O'Laughlin leaves Brennan Hubbard out in the dust. Tom O'Laughlin is going for the championship, as most are, but he's also going for a Rookie of the Year championship. He's 4th overall, but 2nd in the rookie standings. His only competitor, Jack Daniels, who as of now is running P10. Tom O'Laughlin, 13th. Yeah, Brendan Hubbard won under bizarre circumstances at Mid-Ohio. With a couple laps to go, the leader, Jack Daniels, who led every single lap, had to come into pit road and was not able to finish the race as the leader. He did finish the race, just right outside the podium in 4th. Unfortunately, the two people that he really needed to beat that day finished 2nd and 3rd. That was Karl Marx and Bob McFarland, respectively. As there is your ticker. Now let's turn it to best time. Just so you can see up in the corner, the Dirtface Studios logo. Thank you for sponsoring this event. Even though it doesn't have any money, it's good for you because maybe your people that recognize his channel will come and see this one and enjoy it. And then people from this channel can go over there and support his Twitch. As checkered flag is out. Everybody's just doing their final laps to see where they will be for qualifying. Qualifying is half the time of practice, only 5 minutes opposed to the 10 minutes. Now, ovals, if you get on the pole, you could very well determine the race and basically guide everyone else. Just protect the inside and hope that a caution doesn't come out or you mess up your pit stops, because unlike with Mid-Ohio, we had a competition caution to bunch the field up. This one, on ovals, we do not have competition caution. It's all just pitting under green. Maybe you'll split the field up, maybe you'll bring them even closer. As Monsieur Bone is the first one to go out on track. This is his 2nd season. He skipped season 2. He was the season 1 champion. But unfortunately right now, he joined the series a little late and is 14th in the standings. It's never too late for him. From a champion to a rookie, we have Chad Broski. Chad Broski, his best finish so far is 8th at Iowa, but he's only had 2 starts. The Iowa one, he led some laps, and then at Mid-Ohio, he rebounded to an 11th after crashing a little bit before the first quarter mark. No one has set a time yet. Farrell trying to come around. Bone will be the first one to set time as he crosses the line. 36.78. Will that hold? Probably not, because it was not in a draft. You need a good draft to get onto the pole and be fast. As he will come out right next to the 19 of Dylan Pettigrew. Since he is faster, he'll go ahead, but this will definitely help Dylan Pettigrew get a good draft. As Chad Broski goes into P1, but not by much, just a little bit quicker. And again, that will probably not hold. You'd need at least a 34 to be guaranteed for the pole. Icy Cow is coming around. I don't know if he's going to set a time this lap. It does not look like he will. Side by side, John Christensen and Brennan Hubbard. Dylan Pettigrew, the last oval winner, goes P1 with a 36.39. Big Bob slots into third. Bone did improve his speed. He went P1 and then got bumped to P2. Icy Cal to second. Chad Broski now up to second. John Christensen goes P1 with 36.3. I don't think that's going to be good enough, however. So far, it has not been beaten. Everyone who's coming across the line now should get at least 2 more laps after this one, as Icy Cow goes first. Ethan Martz goes second. Yeah, he's been having a rough season. He needs anything that can help him get into the upper spots. Get back into the championship battle. We have not seen Baguette Boy or Karl Marx set a speed yet. As Karl Marx finally sets a speed and it goes P1. You see him right there with 35.78. People crossing the line now will get at least one more shot. People like Tom O'Laughlin, this would be their last attempt if they do not improve. Baguette Boy, he's gonna set a speed maybe. Only good enough for 11th. That's why you don't want to wait. He waited all the way to the end last race, and it did not help him. He started in last. That doesn't seem like anyone's improving their speeds yet. As you see some of the people that went out really early, like Bone, is in 16th. But Chad Broski, he also went out early and is stuck in 11th. Everyone coming into pit road. I don't know why he's still out on track. As here we are about to get ready to go green. So let's look at your starting grid. You see that Karl Marx is P1. This is very good for his championship. And then you can see alongside him Icy Cow. Then in row 2, the admins of the Discord server, Ethan Martz and John Christensen. Christensen, he's been having a little bit of a rough part of the season lately. But Ethan Martz, he's just been having a rough season in general. Alfredo Saucy is 5th, and then Dylan Pettigrew 6th. Jack Daniels, leader of the Rookie of the Year battle, is in 7th. Bob McFarland is in 8th. Last race winner Brennan Hubbard will take 9th. Snoop Dogg will be 10th. And then Chad Borowski in his second oval start will be 11th. And then Baguette Boy will be 12th. So here is the rest of the grid. You see Tom O'Laughlin, Jack Steersman, Edgelord, Monsieur Bone, and Big Bob will be rounding out the field. Now we got some time before we start, so let's go and overview your weather for this event. And yeah, just look at the weather stats. Yeah, you can see 25 degrees Celsius. It is night. 3 kilometers for wind. 27 degrees Celsius for track temp. As then, let's look at your race info. Yeah, you can see it is a nice night in Kentucky. This is an oval, Sparta, Kentucky. 2.35 kilometers, that's about 1.5 miles. It's partly cloudy, which we already went over. So we still have some time before we go green, roughly about 2 minutes until the cars get fired up and ready to go. So yeah, this race is sponsored by DFS Studios, is the DFS 100. Thank you for sponsoring. And again, if you'd like to join, go to the description to look at their Twitch account. And then if you like this series and you'd like to participate, go to the description and join our Discord server where you can create your own driver and watch them compete. So here are the practice results. These could become very useful knowledge because it seems like Karl Marx is going to try and sweep this weekend, as he did win practice and then he won qualifying. Will he be able to top it out by winning? Now, the guy he's starting next to got 16th in practice, about 8 tenths off the pace. And then the guys behind him, Ethan Martz, was 9th, pretty solid. John Christensen was 5th, around where he's starting. So you can look at that and decide who's going to be a big factor to win. As we get ready to go, the engines should fire at any second, as they are getting the command to start engines. Here they all go. About ready to start. This is a 67 lap event, so yeah, 100 miles. There will be at least one pit stop for the drivers to take care of. Maybe two if they don't manage their fuel strategy well. We saw that with Jack Daniels. Karl Marx leading all 17 drivers to the green. Now let's get ready to go. Pace car about to roll off. Everyone ready to pick up speed. There goes the pace car. As here we go, green flag is out here at Kentucky. Four wide. Icy Cow way up on the outside lane. He is getting shoved back. Maybe he's in the wall. Maybe he got damage on the pace lap. But he is dropping like a rock. That is not good. As Alfredo Saucy took the lead, Karl Marx also got a bad start. Everyone who started up front had a really bad start. Jack Daniels, Brennan Hubbard up 5 spots since the start. Look at the ticker. Whoa, Alfredo Saucy wiggly on the bottom. 3 wide, Jack Daniels trying to go for the lead. Snoop Dogg really close to... Ooh, Snoop Dogg and Jack Steersman made contact coming onto the front stretch. This is going to be a very chaotic race if it plays out how it looks like. Alfredo Saucy in the lead. Dylan Pettigrew right behind him. If he can see an opening and he wants to go for it, almost 5 wide in the back. As they still somehow haven't wrecked as Bone and Steersman make contact. Still no crashes. Tom O'Laughlin up 9 spots since the start of the green flag. He's making the moves that could help him get the win. Look at all the positions being swapped on the ticker. They're still 4 wide back there. I only see this ending one way, and that's going to be a big crash if they keep racing how they're driving. So far, Ethan Martz has dropped the most positions. He lost 13 spots since the start of the green flag. As Jack Daniels gets shoved up, Dylan Pettigrew will take the outside lane. Oh! Big save by Bone! Almost wrecking. That was a very close moment. Bone and Steersman were going at it for several laps in a row. And they collided and he shot up the track. Luckily, he had enough room to save it before he took anyone out. Seems like everyone is still in this group as 5 wide. Oh, Bone! Oh! Another big save on the front stretch. Dylan Pettigrew could have gotten flipped upside down as Bone once again made contact with someone. This time it was Snoop Dogg. Jack Daniels has been sliding back. He was battling for the lead and is now back in 15th, 14th. Now he's just gotten past the 15th and going backwards. Everyone is still in this group. There's definitely going to be a crash with how they're racing. Chad Broski now on the outside. Can he try and get the pass for the lead? Right now he's battling with McFarland. So McFarland is way down on the inside. He could go for it, but he isn't trying. As this could be the opening. No, Alfredo Saucy closes the door. The front stretch seems to be the danger zone. That's where all the cars have been making contact so far, entering the tri-oval or coming out of turn 4. The spotters are having a stressful night as McFarland's going backwards, and now Steersman's going to try and go for the lead. Side by side, ticker is freaking out. It can't figure out who's leading and who's not, as it looks like Brennan Hubbard almost tried to shove his way to the inside. But now he is going back and just gonna have to wait, as he almost got to the inside and almost took the lead. Alfredo Saucy has not won since the second race of season 2, and that was his only win ever in this series. Oh, and some contact between Baguette and Martz. Luckily, nothing major. Ooh, I'm nervous. As now Big Bob is second on the inside. Chad Broski tries to shoot out to the third lane. No help. As, Big Bob almost could have taken the lead on the inside. Big Bob has really been excelling at the ovals, but struggling on the road courses. Yeah, Brennan Hubbard also almost tried to do that move, and it almost worked. As, Alfredo Saucy a little loose coming out of the turn, very wobbly, as now Karl Marx on the outside, as he will, almost cleared him. Karl Marx may even lead the lap, as he got such a run because Alfredo Saucy nearly wrecked the car. Very good control from all these guys to not wreck after several cars have beaten and banged in the midfield. Seems like no one has left the group yet. They're all within about 7.5 tenths of a second. Seems like the midfield is starting to calm down a little, but they still want to go free wide. I mean, if you have the room and you don't go for it, that's just asking for you to not win races. To win races, you have to be aggressive and you have to try and do what you can. If you have the room to make the pass, you should go for it. If Karl Marx stays where he is, this will be another good race for the championship. As, there they go! Big accident in the back. Dylan Pettigrew, John Christensen, Chad Broski, Icy Cow. I see them on my timing says they crashed. As let's go back a little. As, yeah, just some contact. There went the field. Here, for a better view, here is what happened. Just beating and banging, and then boom. Oh my god! Icy Cow on his lid. Is that will definitely end several drivers' races. Yeah, Icy Cow, Chad Borowski, John Christensen, Dylan Pettigrew involved. As here comes some drivers to pits. Not everyone is pitting though. Alfredo Saucy will stay out. This could very well be a bad decision. In my opinion, it's a pretty bad choice unless he can stretch all the way to the end, which doesn't look like he'll be able to. Some other guys stay out. Seems like Alfredo Saucy, Karl Marx, Ethan Martz, Edgelord, Brennan Hubbard, Bone, Steersman. They all stay out. Big Bob is the first driver to have came into the pits, as that very well may help the cars that did pit. That very much shakes up this race. So far, your biggest mover today is Edgelord, up 11 spots. So here's Brennan Hubbard. He's trying to defend his win. He is 5th in the standings. Well, technically he's tied for 4th. His Bone is just trying to catch up to the main field that has done every single race. As other cars are coming in into pit road, I don't know who that was. See if we can see on here. I saw someone duck into the pits, it looked like. Oh, and it was Edgelord. He'll cycle to the tail end of the field, but I think it's a better choice than staying out. Yeah, unfortunately, that is very bad news. Of the 4 drivers that were involved, Chad Broski, this is his 2nd race in a row where he gets caught up in a wreck. John Christensen just was an innocent bystander. Icy Cow went for a wild ride after starting 2nd. That was a big accident. Luckily, this is all AI and digital, so no one gets hurt, but still not what you want to see. Is anyone else going to jump to pit road this time? Doesn't look like it. So yeah, Big Bob was the first car to pit. So did Baguette Boy, Tom O'Laughlin, Daniels, Snoop Dogg, McFarland, and then Edgelord pitted a little bit later. I think he did that to avoid any pit lane carnage that didn't happen. As we knew a crash was going to happen, we just didn't know when. As we are about to go back green, 77. will lead us and has led most of the laps so far. Here's the midfield. You'll see some shuffling around here as we are about ready to get back to racing. So here we go. 77 will take the green flag as we are back racing. As they're about 2x2 down the back straightaway. Alfredo Saucy still has the lead as 3 wide, 4 wide already happening. Big Bob, however, is getting pushed backwards through the field. So we are already back to our pack racing up at the front. Free wide starting to happen again throughout the field as Edgelord did not get a good restart. He is dropping off the back. You can see it on the track map. You can see the 26 is falling a bit behind the group. As side by side happening on the front stretch again, this is what triggered the first wreck. As here comes Karl Marx on the outside. Karl Marx is side by side with Brendan Hubbard. They have a little bit of a rivalry off track. We'll not go into much details about that, but they are the friendliest to each other. So that makes me wonder, will they wreck each other if they have to go for the win? Here's some pit strategy. Anyone with the blue means they have already pitted. Alfredo Saucy has not pitted. Brendan Hubbard has not pitted. Karl Marx has not pitted. Baguette Boy did pit. Oh! Another crash! Oh, it looks like McFarlane, Steersman, and Marx. It has happened again. This will definitely help the guys that did not pit. Let's go back and see what happened. You can see just side-by-side racing. Oh! Oh my goodness! Oh no. That is not good. You do not want to see a car go into the fence ever during a race. Yet another massive accident. This is our second caution of the night. As it seems like the guys that did not pit are now pitting this time. There's actually a good amount of the field came in. As I think that will give Baguette Boy the lead. That is very interesting. Seems like Jack Daniels may have won the race off pit road. No, actually seems like... I don't know, actually. Yeah, you can see the 44 and the 57 right here. They are not on the lead lap. They are 14th and 15th, caught up by in the early wreck, the first one. We have seen two violent flips tonight. Still, this is very fortunate that this is not real life and that this is all digital. If this was real life, I wouldn't be good at all. So this very much shakes up the field. Alfredo Saucy went from the lead and is now back into 8th. And so far, your biggest gainer in this race is Big Bob, sitting in 3rd place, as here the cars go around the lapped traffic. 44 and the 57. As yeah, Jack Daniels wins the race off pit road, followed by O'Laughlin, Bone, Marks, Saucy, Hubbard, and then Edgelord came in a second time. So if you look at the pit strategy, this is it so far. You can see a couple cars came in a second time, actually. Probably just to top off, get some fresh tires. Just very ready to go out again. The driver's under a lot of stress right now. All of them have one thing on their minds, and that is winning. As we are still yet to see, I don't think Icy Cow has left the pits yet. He's the only driver out of the big wreck to have not came out again yet. The rest of the field, there's 10 cars that have not been involved in a crash so far. That is Baguette Boy, Snoop Dogg, Big Bob, Jack Daniels, Tom O'Laughlin, Monsieur Bone, Karl Marx, Alfredo Saucy, Brendan Hubbard, and Edgelord. So those are your 10. Really still in a decent position to win the race, because Martz, McFarland, and Steersman are all on pit road. The guys that are back out on track, Christensen, Broski, and Pettigrew, are many laps down. As here we go, getting ready to go back green. Baguette Boys leads us back. Still single file throughout most of the field. As Jack Daniels leapfrogs Big Bob. Big Bob is now going to get passed by Tom O'Laughlin. And then here comes Bone. Just no chances. You can see that the guys, well, some of the guys that wrecked are a little off the pace compared to the others. If you look at the track map, you can see they're a little spread out. Some of the guys that have been involved in wrecks. Maybe Edgelord may have picked up some damage from a previous crash, because he's off the pace. Then you can see Pettigrew and Broski are in the back. But Christensen is still on pace. He caught up to the leaders. So he isn't that slow. But cars off the pace because of wrecks could very well change this event. As here comes Bone trying to go to the inside. But he backs off. No, he's gonna send it in the turn. Bone has not won. That's about halfway through Season 1 at Mid-Ohio. But he is now in the lead of this event. Baguette Boy just gave him a little bit of room and he went with it. Now Alfredo Saucy, when he got the lead, he did not let anyone get by. But they still got pretty close. Oh, and a little bit of bumping again. Snoop Dogg and Christensen. I think Alfredo Saucy's in a pretty good spot because it seems like that inside lane, if the leader just goes a little bit high, you can go for it. Will he pop out here? It seems like he was getting pretty close through 1 and 2. He's going to send it, but it will not stick. As he does not have any room to go below. Christensen will be in the way, so he can't get back to the inside. Reminder, Christensen is not going for the race win. He just wants to get laps back. That's all he wants. Excuse me. If you want to see how fast the cars have been going, this is all the drivers' best times. See a couple in the 35s, none in the 34s. So far, the fastest one that I see is Big Bob. I may be incorrect with that though, as Tom O'Laughlin now second on the inside line. But he's going to move up high, giving Baguette Boy the inside line. Will he try and send it on Bone like he did on him? I think everyone's going to try and settle into some kind of groove. The wrecks have severely went down as Bone very loose on that inside. You don't want to spin when you're in the lead. Here's the track map so you can see if any lap traffic will interfere, as it seems like McFarland could be in the way. McFarland is 11th. If he gets in the way, he could definitely shake up the field and change the leader as Baguette Boy tries to go to the inside, but Bone will shut the door. He will not get through. McFarland, 8 laps down. If he gets lapped, he'll be on the same pace as Christensen, Broski, and Steersman. It's hard to say how close he is as Baguette Boy really far down on the inside, trying to make a pass. Will he jump out down here, or will he stay in that position? It looks like Bone will not let that happen. As Bone blocks Oof, that was very risky. Ooh, he goes high trying to defend. We haven't seen anyone do that today. As he will stay in the lead, but Baguette is definitely challenging him. Seems like all of the cars that have been involved in a crash have came back out on track. Just none of them really seem to be in the way. Even Icy Cow has finally came out on track. Ethan Martz, who also went for a wild ride, came out on track. He's entering turn 1 right now. Yeah, it's hard to say how close they are to the 41. I don't know if they're gaining or losing ground as 4 wide, almost I think that was 5 wide in the back. Very crazy racing. Lap 41 of 67 gone by. Time is slowly running out. We have about 27 laps to go, I'd say. Baguette Boy just keeps peaking, but just won't shove it as far down as he needs to take the lead. Seems like McFarland is around 3 seconds ahead. Now Edgelord is in that second group. He is about 2.5 seconds back. Now that number is not accurate. It could very well be incorrect. The farther back you look into the pack, the more crazy it gets. But yeah, everyone has finally realized not to be as close side by side when you're going into the tri-oval. And we will keep the track map up just because it's gonna be very interesting to see what happens. Is Baguette gonna try and shove it in there again? Won't get it done. This could be his chance here. Oh! Oh! Baguette almost went onto the apron to try and make the pass. Now will Bone have enough room to close the door? Yes, he would. I think this is gonna be Baguette's chance. 24 laps to go. Will he take the lead? He's gonna stick right below. Bone once again shuts the door. Now I just want to see what initials looks like. That is very confusing. I do not like that. As here comes Brennan trying to send it on the outside. It seems like the outside lane isn't doing any favors to anyone. So I'd say maybe about a 3.5 lead the 41 has over this group. Ooh, Baguette got really close to sending it very deep. Oh, he's gonna be side by side with him. No, he lifts off just a little. But you can see Baguette Boy thirsty for his second win this season. Oh, and some contact between Big Bob and O'Laughlin. Very similar to what we saw earlier as they're still bumping. Ooh! O'Laughlin saves it. Very close to triggering another big crash. All it takes is one little bump. Yeah, it doesn't really seem like they're gaining on the 41 or falling behind. As Baguette Boy gonna get a run. Will he go for it? Or will he once again just stay behind and wait another time? He's gonna try and go for it. He's on the inside. But still just not enough speed. She's still just gonna have to wait his turn. Karl Marx now trying to go on the outside. Side by side, but once again it will not work. But is Baguette Boy in the way? Can he get back to the inside? Seems like he's struggling to find the area. Oh, this could be it. Baguette Boy still is not able to go through with it like how Bone did it earlier on him. Jack Daniels now trying to shove it on the outside. Again, we just haven't seen the outside lane be able to work in that way. The 2, 5, almost 6 wide in the back. The 2 once again gets very close, just doesn't go for it. At a certain point, he's just gonna have to do it. Time's ticking away. We only have 18 laps to go. Starting to become risky just waiting behind them. But it's also risky to try and go for it. Will he try and do it this time? Again, just not close enough. Bone Man had the perfect run. Yeah, it doesn't seem like the 41 will be an issue. If he does become an issue somehow, I'll be surprised. Free wide, Brennan Hubbard on the outside. Again, nothing for the outside lane. Daniels just still trying to do something, but it still doesn't work. Now if you look at sectors between him and Baguette Boy, now it may switch to Daniels because Daniels is moving into second. You can see Baguette Boy is definitely faster. So it's weird that he just hasn't gone for it this time. However, Bone is a little quicker. And then you can also see Daniels on the outside. Daniels a little faster in the second sector, that is the second half of the track, that is the second half of the back stretch, first half of the front stretch in turns 2 and 3. Now let's look at pit strategy because this was very interesting. Look at that pit strategy map. You can see some people did the 2-stop, like Jack Daniels pit twice. He's on newer tires. And when you look at Bone Man and Baguette Boy, Bone Man is on fresher tires. Yeah, it seems like Jack Daniels and Tom O'Laughlin are the only ones really competing up at the front as, oh, I see up ahead, it is not Bob McFarland, it is Ethan Marks slowly being caught to the field. If the field catches up to him, this could very well shake up the race. I think if Baguette Boy wants to do it, he's just gonna have to wait till they catch up to him. Ethan Marks, if he does get past us, there he is. Will they go around? Bone gets stuck on the high line. Alfredo Saucy making it free wide all the way on the apron. Bone Man gets by as Alfredo Saucy is now stuck behind several cars having issues getting around them. Now remember, that car racing out on the track was sent into the fence and is now racing like nothing ever happened. Baguette Boy making a very good draft down the backstretch. I think this could be it. He got a big run. Just not enough room. Yeah, Alfredo Saucy, we saw him way on the apron. Unfortunately, that didn't really help him or hurt him. He's still around middle of the pack, 7th as of now. Baguette Boy looking on the inside. You can see him taking a peek. Daniel's trying to move high, as he's going to now be side by side by Karl Marx. Luckily, no more crashes has happened since that one where Ethan was sent into the fence. Baguette Boy has definitely just held that inside line. Just hasn't really done enough with it, as Tom O'Laughlin now gonna try and take a peep. Baguette Boy goes high, his big crash! Brennan Hubbard involved. Right as I say that it was going well, more chaos will happen. Ooh, just made slight contact. Seems like Jack Daniels got some airtime. Seems like others were involved. Let's go back and see that again. Jack Daniels absolutely obliterated. Seems like Karl Marx and Alfredo Saucy had nowhere to go, as it seems like they may have had some kind of issues. Do we see them? We do not. Seems like they may have had nowhere to go and hit into the field. We're gonna have a late race restart. It's anyone's game now. So yeah, if we look back, seems like we can see Christensen, Hubbard, Saucy, Marks, and Daniels all involved. That is not good for Carl's championship. But I don't know if he's going to be able to get passed by McFarland. Yeah, only 6 cars on the lead lap. Oh boy. Seven laps to go as of now. When we go green, I'd maybe say like 5 or so. No one's gonna pit for fresh tires, it seems. As you can get a good look. Look at all the dirt on these cars. Yes, Snoop Dogg, currently in 4th as of now. Last win was the 4th race of the season. Edgelord, we've been looking at him, and he's just not had speed. Big Bob, he's been challenging up at the front. Always just had a good oval car, just not a good road course car. Yeah, Edgelord as well has been relatively fair on ovals. Yeah, not a big crowd out there on track. Yet another big incident. Just this time very late in the race. This will be a very chaotic restart. I'd be surprised if this does not end under green. I have a feeling that people are going to be very aggressive and take each other out. So yeah, if you look at the 6 they're still in, Bone Man has not won since Season 1. Baguette Boy, he's looking to defend his title. Tom O'Laughlin, he's looking for his first win. Snoop Dogg hasn't gotten a... Snoop Dogg actually got very close and lost the championship by 1 point to Bone Man back in Season 1. Just was not fast enough in the final race. Lost it by 1 point. Looking for a first title. Then Big Bob and Edgelord, rookies. As well as Tom O'Laughlin, just trying to get that first win. There's Karl Marx getting his lap back. Seems like him and Alfredo Saucy got out fairly quickly. They didn't really have a lot of damage. I don't think they actually did have damage. As let's get ready to go back green. Big Bob leads us back to green. We have 5 laps to go. 4 actually, sorry. Oh, a slow car holds up Tom O'Laughlin. I think that was Karl Marx. Didn't get going. That gives Bone Man the lead. Bone Man has Big Bob right behind him. But we can see Chad Broski going to the inside. Broski is not going for the win. He just wants to get some positions. So I don't know why he's holding up the whole field, as this will now give Baguette Boy an opening behind Bone. So if he wants to go for the win, he's getting his chance. 3 laps to go. Coming to 2 to go. Very small group still in contention. Baguette Boy just drafting as of now. If he goes too early, he could very well get passed again. Down the backstretch, he's gonna have to go for it. If not this lap, he's gonna have to go for it the next lap. Here we go. Baguette Boy goes for it on the inside. He does not have the room, however. And gets the door shut on him yet again. Free wide in the back, can Baguette Boy go to the inside on the backstretch? This is the final lap. Free wide in the back, can Baguette Boy go for the lead? He doesn't even try. He's just gonna have to try and wait for the front stretch then. And it doesn't seem like he's going to go for it. Monsieur Bone put him back into victory lane for the first time since Mid-Ohio Season 1. Congratulations. A great race. Lots of action. Very, very good race. As we see some fireworks back in the entrance of turn 3. Very exciting racing. 4, 5 wide. I think even 6 wide at one point in turn 4. A lot of massive accidents. A very, very fun race. Big Bob gets on the podium again. Heartbreak for Tom O'Laughlin. He was in a good position, then got held up by the 69. I don't know what happened on that restart. I'm going to have to go and look back at that because that could very well be a penalty towards his championship standings. Fredo Saucy led a good portion of the laps. There's the pace car that led some laps today. But let's look at your race results. As you can see, Monsieur Bone takes his first win of the season in the number 6 car. Followed right behind them, Baguette Boy. Just didn't have enough for it. Didn't even try on that last lap, barely. Big Bob, Edgelord. Some people have been having a rough season in their rookie year. Snoop Dogg takes 5th. Tom O'Laughlin, 6th. This is also Edgelord's first, well, not his first, but his best finish he has ever gotten in this league. Then you can see Alfredo Saucy in 7th, Karl Marx 8th, Jack Daniels 9th, Brendan Hubbard in 10th, McFarland at 11th. Then you have a row of red cars. Steersman in 12th, Broski 13th. In his worst finish so far, Dylan Pettigrew 14th, Ethan Martz 15th, John Christensen 16th, and then Icy Cow will round out the field. So, yeah. Thank you for Dirtface Studios for sponsoring this event. Monsieur Bone takes the win at the DFS 100 here in Kentucky. So, once again, check out Dirtface Studios in the description. And then, again, if you'd like to join the series and create your own car and participate in these events, check out the Discord server in the description. And I will see you. It'll be a while. It'll probably be about a week. I think the next race is at New Hampshire. I'm going to check the schedule really quickly. It is at Lime Rock, actually. From another 1.5 mile to another 1.5 mile. Except this time it's a road course. So, I guess I will see you guys in Connecticut, probably about a week away. And then also, keep tabs on the Street Stock Superstar AI series. That is not easy to say. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you then.